Morning, all, and yes, it's preview time, and yes, I'm an optimist, which is why I'm wearing Canucks. Well, I don't know about optimist, but sure, why not? Why not tonight? Why not? And I'm wearing the Demko jersey for good reason. So, starting at 8 o'clock Eastern tonight, which is 5 o'clock Pacific, which is way later than hockey games are normally starting, we've got the Vegas Golden Knights in against the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota, of course, lost both games against Vegas last week. And, they had that lead against Vegas, and then suddenly it was gone, as does tend to happen against the Vegas Golden Knights, who are 16-4-1. Minnesota's 13-8-1. They're going to be looking to prove, hey, we can turn this around and get things going. Chandler Stevenson has been fantastic for Vegas. 7 goals, 7 assists for him. William Karlsson, 6 goals, 11 assists. He's been really hot lately, too. So we'll see if these scorers can keep it going. On the Minnesota front, Greenway has started to pile up some goals and points. 5 goals, 13 assists for him. Zuccarello, in the 11 games he's played so far this year, he's been excellent. 4 goals, 9 assists for 13 points. So last season, middling results with Zuccarello. This year so far, while healthy, he's been great. So then at 9 Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, so an hour later, we get St. Louis in against San Jose. So St. Louis looking to bounce back from a loss against the Kings. They're now 14-8-3. The San Jose Sharks 8-11-3. This is their 6th meeting. St. Louis has won 3 of the previous 5. Perron, 10 goals, 17 assists, having arguably the best season of his career. Ryan O'Reilly, one of the best offensive seasons of his career. 8 goals and 16 assists, and surprisingly 12 penalty minutes. So the Lady Byng trophy probably not his this year, as penalty minutes already pretty high comparatively speaking with all of last season. And then on the San Jose side, it's the 2 defensemen that eat so much cap I want to take a quick look at. So Burns, 5 goals, 7 assists. He's a -15 so far this year. Erik Karlsson, a goal and 6 assists. He's up to a -2. He had a plus-minus rating that was much lower than that earlier in the season. So Karlsson isn't putting up the points that Burns is, but it looks like the defensive numbers have gotten better for Karlsson. So there you go. You get more points with Burns. You probably get a bit of a better defensive side of things with Karlsson, and they both play a ton of minutes. 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific is also the start time for Ottawa and Edmonton. Edmonton has not had the problems with Ottawa that Calgary has. They're 4-0 against the Senators. For the Sens, 9-17-1 now is the record. The Edmonton Oilers 15-11 coming off that win against Calgary. Now they'll be showing against Ottawa whether they're really truly out of the doldrums or not. And on the Ottawa side, Tierney, who had his share of breakaways last night, 3 goals, 7 assists right now. He's playing well. And Batherson, 9 goals, 9 assists for him. He's playing well too. There isn't enough room on there for both you, Shadow. Why don't you jump up here? Rather than bothering your sister. No, come on up here. How this works is he'll come over and he'll groom her like he's being friendly, and then a fight will start. Yeah, you're not being friendly. Yeah, I know, Bear. I know. He's not being friendly. All right. I looked and I'm like, there's 2 cat faces on that one. That's not good. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins for the Oilers, 10 goals, 10 assists. He has been excellent for them lately. That's where I wanted you to get. You don't have to slap him. I know. I told him. All right. So Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, 10 goals, 10 assists so far this year. Chris Russell, 6 assists. Expecting a goal from him anytime now. And so we'll see whether or not the Oilers can really, truly start heating things back up. Or if the Senators can continue to play the spoiler role as well as they have been in recent weeks. Also at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. So we're going to have one of those days again that's quiet early and then gets busy later on. We'll have 5 games on at the same time pretty quick here. All 6 will be on at the same time, but this one will be coming to an end. So at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, we'll have Arizona in against Colorado. Colorado won both meetings with Arizona already this season. 11-10-3 is the record for Arizona. If they're going to start making headway, they're going to have to beat teams above them like Colorado. Colorado's 13-7-2. Tyler Pitlick playing well lately. Some chances. A couple have been going in. 5 goals, 3 assists. Connor Garland continues to be arguably their best forward. And I say arguably because you could make the argument for Keller. You can make the argument for Schmaltz as well. But 8 goals, 14 assists for Garland on a team that had struggles finding anybody who had scored a 20-goal pace as recently as 2 years ago. Rantanen, 12 goals, 12 assists. He's been on a hot streak lately. Very hot and cold, but when that hot streak hits, he's pretty darn near unstoppable. And Valeri Nichushkin picking up his scoring recently, 4 goals, 3 assists. We'll see if that continues tonight. Then starting at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, Vancouver will host Montreal. This has been bad for Vancouver. It's a bad matchup for Vancouver. Montreal's 4-0-1 against Vancouver. Is tonight the night that Vancouver finally, for the first time in 6 tries this season, gets a regulation win? I'm wearing a Demko jersey because if it's going to happen, it's going to be because Tyler Demko makes it. So, 11-6-6 is the record for Montreal. So, when they're not playing against Vancouver, they're 7-6-5. Including the games against Vancouver, they're 11-6-6. I don't know that they give you a gift basket or anything for helping their record, but Vancouver doesn't want gift baskets. They want wins. They're 11-15-2 overall. It is a sad record. If they can win in regulation tonight, they can at least make life a little more miserable for Montreal. Toffoli, keep an eye on him. It's Vancouver, and he got warmed up with a goal in the last game. 15 goals, 6 assists. So did Anderson. 10 goals, 3 assists for him. These guys are basically taking the Canucks lunch money anytime they play against them. JT Miller, 7 goals, 17 assists. He's been very good offensively lately. Bo Horvat, 11 goals, 8 assists. The captain, look for him to lead by example early, and we'll see whether or not the Canucks can come up with a good game against Montreal. One of those losses in Montreal wasn't a bad loss, but again, when you're measuring the value of which loss is worse than others, probably not a great season you're having. So tonight, Vancouver looking to add a winning game to the not-so-bad loss. And then at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, we will also have the LA Kings, who are 10-8-5, in against the 7-12-6 Anaheim Ducks. Are the Anaheim Ducks able to score? Depends who you ask. Overall, no, but recently, yes. So at 7-12-6, they're going to need to go on some kind of a run to get into any kind of conversation about playoffs. I don't see it happening, but at least in their last few games, the fight's there. Interestingly enough, when they do score goals, then all of a sudden their defense seems to kind of go out the window a little bit, but we'll see if they can get both of those things going at the same time and maybe do that against the Kings. On the Kings side of things, the fountain of youth is important. 6 goals, 22 assists for Kopitar. Doughty, 6 goals, 13 assists. His overall numbers have been very good. So it started off that the offense was there. Plus minus, some of the defensive numbers still seem kind of iffy. They seem to be getting better as the season goes along. So Doughty really, truly has bounced back. Raquel, 4 goals, 12 assists. He has been red hot lately for the Ducks. We'll see if that continues. And I've been waiting for Derek Grant to get his first goal. Hasn't happened yet. I haven't lost hope. He's got 4 assists so far. He's been in and around the net. And all he's got to do is get that puck in the net, and we can turn that 0 into a 1. Or maybe a 2 if he can get a couple. But we'll see what happens. Let me know your winners in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.